So last Tuesday, I made a video where I discussed my camera collection, and then I alluded to the fact that there was actually more to the video than I uploaded. Now, had I actually added that part into the video would have wound up being close to 6 minutes, and I just didn't want to release a video that long. So this video is going to be the continuation of that video, and I'm going to talk about what my cameras mean to me, especially when it comes to the memories that I have with them. What makes any collection special is often the memories that are associated with the collection anyway. Of course, some of my cameras have way more meaning than other cameras because I have some cameras specifically to say that I have the camera, and I have other cameras specifically because they have meaning to me. So I talked about this camera, and I mentioned it was my first camera. What makes this camera so special to me is that I have the memories associated with taking the pictures. Like, I don't remember the first picture I took with it. I don't remember the second picture I took with it, but I do remember taking pictures with it. I remember going, I'm going to take this picture, and I'm going to take this picture, and I can look back at some of the pictures that I took with it. In fact, I remember being told one time, that's not going to be in focus, because I didn't understand cameras or focus or anything like that. I just wanted to take a picture of this sign. Needless to say, it wasn't in focus. And then there's this camera. Now, I mentioned in the previous video that this camera was the camera my parents used a lot when I was growing up. And I also took pictures with it. This is the camera that documented me growing up. So naturally, I have those memories. And so that's why I want to hold on to this camera, because it captured my growing up moments. And then there's this camera. Now, this is my Olympus OM10. And I bought this for myself in 2012 when I wanted a film camera and I wanted a good camera. And the only cameras that I had that were film cameras up until that point were these two cameras. And neither one of these cameras are all that good if you want a lot of control. So I bought this camera. But what differentiates this camera from these other cameras is the fact that it doesn't just hold my memories or my family's memories. That Fisher-Price camera might have existed for someone else for a little while, but I've had it for substantially longer than they did. And the Black Vivitar, exclusively a camera that my family used. You know, as far as I know, no other family used it. But this camera is interesting because I had to buy it separately. So I had to buy the lens and the body separately. Someone used this lens and someone else used this camera. And it wasn't until it came to me that the two of them came together for the first time to start taking pictures. So what this camera holds is not just memories and meaning for me, but also the memories and meaning for everyone else who used it. Now, I don't know when this lens was made, but it was probably made in the late 80s. But this camera was made in 1982. I don't know the memories that people have of this camera. It's just interesting that it's three separate worlds, three separate lives that come together in one moment. And that's what collections can do for you. They can make worlds collide. You could have a collection of rare first edition books that are all different authors, and you can set them up all on your bookshelf, and now you have all these different worlds that are merging together. Not all collections are powerful this way, obviously. I do plan on discussing some of my other collections in future videos, and I'll probably talk more along the lines of the meanings of them too. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you on Friday.